14-7. Minutes remaining to be played here in the first quarter of a scoreless game, an exchange of punts, and the Denver Broncos have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Greg Gumbel along with Ken Stabler and John Elway trying to get the Denver Broncos above the 500 mark for the first time this season. Elway for set. Across the 30, out to about the 31, the 32 perhaps. Joel Williams, number 54, making the tackle. Gain of 3 on the play.
Big game last week for Sammy Winder. He is the best back that they have when they use the one-back set. They like to use Tony Dorsett when he has a lead blocker. Last week, Sammy Winder was the main back in the situation, gained almost 100 yards. I thought he did gain 100 yards against the San Francisco 49ers, and he is their H-back or one-back type of running back they have.
Winder is the lone back behind Elway now, and Orson Mobley is the second tight end in the lineup for the Broncos. On 2nd and 7, Elway on the slant in, incomplete, intended for Vance Johnson. Looked like Johnson may have tripped a little bit before the ball arrived.
He stumbled a little bit, but that's the tight pass that John Elway has completed in his last 2 or 3 years that he's been so successful at, and that's the things they're not doing now. Whether it's the lack of the same group of receivers every week, whether Elway's timing is off. They say that his elbow has been bothering. We talked to him yesterday, and that injury hasn't affected his throwing. It's a combination of things, the reason John Elway has been inefficient.
The highly publicized Three Amigos in the lineup for Denver now as Mark Jackson joins Natil and Johnson. Elway out of the shotgun. Plenty of time. Over the middle, and he's got Natil. Natil at midfield for a first down. Gain of 19 yards on the play, and Robert Moore was there to make the hit.
Well, that's the thing they're going to have to do. This is the thing right here. They're going to see a lot of zones. They're going to have to find those passing lanes, those seams. Here they find it. Elway zips the ball. You see it go right between the linebackers. There's Robert Moore, the strong safety, number 34. The teal goes up, makes a nice catch.
Ball just across midfield now and into Atlanta territory. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Winder, the running back behind Elway. Elway will throw again. Lots of time. Finally throws to Natil on the sidelines, and he's out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Joel Williams there to make the hit.
Well, you get guys that are going to play those zones like that. You get Bobby Butler, who's going to give Natil 7 or 8 yards off on the outside out there, and you have a quarterback out there that can zip the ball. Watch this. He throws a strike. Here you get a little bit of a late hit, looks like on the outside. Nice job by Natil. There it is right there. Probably unnecessary.
Didn't know you were wearing your stripes under your jacket.
I got a striped shirt today. I may throw a flag before this game's over.
Gain of 3 makes it 2nd and 7 from the 46. Elway throwing again. Pulls it back, plenty of time, and now has Clarence Gay over the middle, losing the football and picked up by Atlanta. Joel Williams has the ball, and Atlanta has the ball at its own 21.
The very thing that's been troubling the Broncos all year is that type thing. Elway hasn't played as well as he can. The defense has given up a lot of yards rushing. They've had fumbles and things like that. Another way to stop yourself.
First turnover of the day with 5:54 to play in the first quarter. Falcons take over. No score in Denver.
You're in a crowd of people because they're going to try to strip it.
Joel Williams picking up the bouncing ball, and the Falcons have control. 1st and 10, their own 21-yard line. John Settle and James Primus behind Dills, and Settle gets the call. Over the 25 to about the 28 before Carl Mecklenburg makes the tackle, a gain of 6.
Well, that's the thing that Atlanta also has to do, is they have to create short yardage situations. They have to have good first down plays to keep Denver from getting into their multiple type defenses. That time a good run on first down for 8 yards puts the offense on the roll.
John Settle, number 44. Second year out of Appalachian State. On 2nd and 3, Dill rolling to the near side, looks back the other way, and overthrows Settle. Settle able just to get a hand on it. and that had the makings of a big gainer.
Well, here you see it. They try to roll one way to get away from the rush. It's a designed roll out to the right and a throwback to settle. You see Deal set up. The reason it's unsuccessful, he has to get the ball up over Jim Ryan, number 50's hands. You couldn't see there. If he could have got a straight shot at settle, I think they had something working.
What it creates is a 3rd and 3 now at the 28-yard line for Atlanta. And Settle is the lone back. Wisenhunt in motion. Settle does not get the first down. Tyrone Braxton, number 34, coming up from the secondary to make the stop, and the Falcons will have to kick it away.
Well, they get those, get that 5th back in. Sometimes Braxton is their 5th back, and they get up. They let him play like a linebacker, like a weak side linebacker to help support on the run. Nice job there.
Here's Rick Donnelly readying his second punt of the afternoon. In 47, Gerald Wilhite standing between his 25 and 30-yard line to receive. Wilhite at the 30. To the 40, or close to it. 42-yard punt, 10-yard return, and Denver takes over once again with 4:26 to play here in the first quarter of a scoreless game at sold-out Mile High Stadium.
Yeah.
Back at Mile High Stadium. Friend of yours, Mr. Stabler?
That right there. That's my class picture my senior year in high school. That guy right there is an old retired QB. Hey, John.
Newly retired QB. Welcome back to Denver, everybody. 4:26 to play here in the first quarter. Greg Gumbel along with Ken Stabler. And what we've seen so far is an exchange of punts and perhaps some tougher defense than we expected to see, particularly on the part of Atlanta.
I think right now Atlanta has to be pleased with keeping the game exactly the way it is now. Close, there's no score. They're playing Denver extremely well. I think this all works in favor of Atlanta, and try to keep Elway frustrated.
Vance Johnson to the near side, Ricky Nattiel to the far side. Wagner and Dorsett behind Elway as they come off the sideline huddle on first down. Elway with time again, throwing out for Dorsett off of his hands and out of bounds.
Well, that particular play, John Elway gives the first look to Nattiel coming on a slant type pattern. If he's covered, he dumps the ball off to his back coming out to the right side. They played good by the Atlanta Falcons, and I think they have to be pleased with the way that they're playing right now.
I think John Elway got a little exercise in dumping the ball off with the incredible pressure put on him last week by the 49ers.
You know, if you look at that pressure, all of it was from the outside, too, and that's the way people play John Elway, is don't let him get outside where he can improvise.
Number 30, Steve Sewell, is in the game for the first time, and he's flanked to the top of your screen for Denver. Atlanta jumping, flags fly. Elway throwing and got his man. Clarence Kay across the Atlanta 35 to about the 32. A pickup of 28 yards, and we'll check the flag with referee Red Cashin.
Offside, defense, penalty is declined, first down.
Well, here's a shot of it right here. You're going to see Clarence Kay. Right now they get him to jump. That's the penalty, which gives them a free play, and that's what they want. And what they do is they get their tight end, number 88, Kay, in the seam. You see Elway delivering a strike with a lot of people hanging all over him, and he can throw the ball. His arm is not bothering him at all. Great velocity on the football.
Elway is getting tremendous time to throw this afternoon in the early going. 4:05 to play first quarter, first down Denver. Elway with time again, hits Dorsett, and Dorsett across the 30. And the rookie Marcus Cotton, out of Southern Cal, Atlanta's number 2 draft choice, makes the stop after a gain of 4.
Tony Dorsett going to play a much bigger role today. We talked to Dan Reeves and also John Elway this past couple of days, and they're going to get the ball in his hands more than they have. It's not a factor at all last week in San Francisco. He'll touch the ball a lot today, whether it be swing pass, draw, screen, whatever.
As he clips 3,500 yards now receiving in his great career. Elway now 7 of 10 throwing for 90 yards on second down and 7. Mobley in motion. Elway, plenty of time again, goes for the end zone and overthrows Nattiel. Kenny, you quarterbacks have that clock going in your heads all the time. They must be ringing bells like crazy because Elway has plenty of time.
Well, what he tries to do is he tries to pump the free safety. When he pumps to his right, he tries to pump the free safety out of there and try to get Natil in behind him on a post-type route, and he just guns it a little bit too much, a little overthrown. That's the type pass that he's made the last couple of years, not making it this year.
4 wide receivers now in the game for Denver and 6 defensive backs for Atlanta. On 3rd down, Jackson is in motion. Out of the shotgun, Elway on the move. He eludes one tackler and gets a first down near the 20-yard line. Gain of 9, first down Denver. Exactly what the Broncos did not want him to do.
That's exactly the Falcons.
Or the Falcons.
That's right. When people play John Elway, if he's going to run the ball, they want to make him run the ball up in the middle, up into where the linebackers are. Here you see they lose containment. Gann loses containment. He gets outside, and when he gets outside, here's what he does the best. He buys a lot of time, great athletic ability, great feet, knows where the first down marker is. Tremendous athlete.
First down. This is Calvin Tom. This is Dorsett. Dorsett across the 20 and down to about the 18, maybe the 17. Jesse Tuggle on the tackle after a gain of 2. Along with Ken Stabler, I'm Greg Gumbel. We are at Sold Out Mile High Stadium, 76,273. Broncos have sold out for the 19th straight season here at home.
I've been in here many a time, and every time you come in here, the first thing you see is that huge white horse up on his haunches and a sea of orange.
Lots of orange. Woo. 2nd down and 7. Dorsett and Winder in the backfield. And Johnson in motion. Elway wants to throw it. Tipped coming out of the backfield, and it falls incomplete. 51, Marcus Cotton, coming in from his outside linebacker spot to tip the ball.
Marcus Cotton. That's what he does best as a linebacker. He rushes the passer a little bit better than the rest of the linebackers, and that's how they use him right there. You see him, he beats Dorsett. Dorsett's responsibility, gets to Elway, deflects the pass. You like that matchup when you can get a guy like Marcus Cotton and ask a guy like Tony Dorsett to block him. That's a little bit of a mismatch. That's a match that the Atlanta Falcons would like. There's that white horse.
There's your friend.
There's that guy.
3rd and 7. From the 17, out of the shotgun, Elway, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Mark Jackson. Jackson, coming off of IR for this game, suffered a broken collarbone, has a little trouble reaching for the football, and you may have seen the results there.
You bet. He has to expect that ball, though, exactly where he got it. That ball, when you throw the ball on the outside, you want to keep it on the outside of the receiver. And watch where John Elway throws this ball. Straight drop back. You see Will Height, 47, in front of him, giving the time. Look where the ball is. It's on the outside, exactly where the ball should be, on the outside. The receiver has his body between the defender and the ball. He has to expect it there and come up with that.
So Rich Carlos on to attempt a 35-yard field goal. He is 4 for 7 between the 30 and 39 this year. This one is long enough, but no good. So with 1:28 to play here in the first quarter, it is still scoreless. The Falcons and the Broncos shooting blanks.
Hey. What?
From 35 yards out, Rich Carlos applying the kicker's body English.
Anything you can do to help it. Watch this. He kicks it. Help. Yeah. Well, anything you can do to try to get it through there, I guess you do it. Here's how close it is. There you see it right there. You make the call. There's the upright. Well, we can't give him that one.
So Carlos fails to get the Broncos on the board, and Atlanta takes over. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
A lot of people up there this time.
Settle and Primus in the backfield. Settle. Gain of 3. Simon Fletcher in on the tackle, making a gain of 4. Taking out the CBS Sports Wire from around the country. Washington, a winner over Phoenix in the NFC East. Mark Rippon hurt after tossing for more than 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. And Mr. Hank Stram working that game for CBS. Welcome back.
You bet. Glad to have the coach back. What a tough old cuss he is.
Giants a winner over the Detroit Lions, 30-10. Dills will throw on second down. Time to throw. He's got a man, and that's Wisenhunt. Wisenhunt near midfield and a first down for Atlanta. Mark Haynes, number 36, making the tackle. That's a 25-yard pickup.
Well, if Falcons are going to be successful, this is what they have to do. Their quarterback, Steve Dills, has to play well today, and they've got to protect him. They give him his protection. He finds Wisenhunt in the seam right there. Good receiver. Not a tremendous blocker, but a better receiver than blocker. Wisenhunt, good receiver.
First down for Atlanta. Clock running down now to about 15 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Gene Lang in the backfield for the Falcons. Coming around as Floyd Gibson lose one tackler, trying to get outside and won't get there. Andre Townsend stayed home, made the play as time ran out. And with no gain on the play, that brings the first quarter to an end. End of one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. Atlanta nothing. The Broncos nothing. Atlanta's got to be pleased.
I think so. You bet. This just works in their favor. It keeps Elway frustrated. As long as they can keep, hey, attaboy. Oh, just tickle to death. Oh, that horse. I got tired of looking at him when I came up here. Yeah. Huh? I've been called a horse's wrong end. Yeah, we can, if you like, Greg. Marion. Okay.
Back at Denver, Marion Campbell, head coach of the Falcons, has to be pleased that he's even with Denver after one.
I think so. I think this works for them emotionally, you know. They're playing on emotion anyway because of the obvious situation with David Crudup. And anytime they can keep the game as close as they've kept it now, they've got tremendous field position. It all has to work in their favor, keep the Denver Broncos frustrated as they've been most of the year.
Second down from their own 49. Dills looks to throw. Has it batted back into his face, and he had number 82 Stacey Bailey on a slant in. Andre Townsend made the play on the defensive end for Denver.
Andre Townsend, probably the best pass rusher of their three down linemen, gets in and gets his hand up. Watch him get his hands up right there. Real tall, you got to get his hands down. It's the responsibility of the offensive tackle, either Scully or Ken, to get into him and get his hands down so that the quarterback can see.
You see that small black football with the number 30 in it. The Falcons will wear that number, dedicating the remainder of the season to David Crudup. 3rd and 10. Dills under the gun, escapes once, looking for room to move and can't get away. Carl Mecklenburg, one of the first Broncos in to begin the chase.
There you see his thumb right there. He broke his thumb against the Kansas City Chiefs a couple of weeks ago. I mean, just a terrible week for him. The last play of the game, he tackled a guy. He was going to give him a little extra, broke his thumb. Then he got home and found out that somebody stole his dog.
Gerald Wilhite fair catches the punt inside his own 20-yard line. Clock stops with 14:42 to play here in the second quarter. We are scoreless at Mile High Stadium. 14:42 to play, second quarter. Greg Gumbel along with Ken Stabler, and take a look inside the Denver Broncos offensive huddle, which is on the sideline.
Yeah, as we said a little bit earlier, they have strong passing tendencies when they have Will Hyde and Sewell in there. And then when they have Tony Dorsett and Winder, they have strong run tendencies. The reason they do that is to keep the Falcons from getting their situation substitution people that play in special situations, to keep them off the field.
On first down at the 19, Winder and Dorsett will line up behind Elway. Mark Jackson and Vance Johnson are in at wide receiver positions now. I formation, Dorsett the deep back. Dorsett gets the football and tripped up as he got to the line of scrimmage on a nice play by Rick Bryant, number 77.
Well, he got penetration. The reason that happened, you see Rick Bryant right there. He made penetration on the left tackle, Jim Juriga. And when you get that kind of penetration, you cause a lot of problems in the backfield.
You quarterbacks hate it when those defensive guys get penetration.
Yeah, you got to keep those guys up there in the neutral zone or path back to the other side of the neutral zone if you're going to be efficient in the run or the pass.
Double tight end now as Orson Mobley joins Clarence Kay in the Bronco lineup on 2nd and 8. Elway with a roll, and he's being chased and throws and hits Mobley. And Mobley is brought down at about the 23, 24-yard line. Maybe even the 25. John Rady, number 59, there to make the play after a gain of 4 for Atlanta. And once again, the Denver Bronco fans up in arms.
Well, here's the reason. Elway releases the ball to Mobley. You see right there, Orson Mobley catches the ball. Now watch John Rady, number 59. There you see Andre Bruce going to hold him up. Now here comes a shot right out of the right there. Watch a little extra coming right here from Rady, number 59. Bang! Right there. That's Excedrin number 59.
A bell ringer. 3rd and 4. Number 83, Sam Grady, in the lineup. Elway works out of the shotgun. To the side. Intended for Will Height, and a terrific catch by Will Height at the 30, and it appears he has enough for the first down. Bobby Butler came in at about the same time the football did.
Well, there you see John Elway. He's trying to get some instructions from the sidelines, but here's the play right here, and he throws the ball the exact place you have to throw it. The ball is thrown low into the outside, with a nice diving catch by Will Hyde, probably the best receiver, he and Sewell, coming out of the backfield for the Broncos.
Calvin Thomas joins Dorsett in the backfield now on first down from the 30. Neither team able to dent the end zone just yet. Elway with a deep drop this time, and time to throw to the near side, and he's got a receiver out of bounds. Vance Johnson for the first down inside the Falcon 40. Pickup of 32 yards.
Well, you know, in order to get that kind of play that'll gain 32 yards, you have to have an awful lot of time. It looked like that Vance Johnson came from all the way on the other side of the field. He did. He came from John Elway's left, crosses all the way across the field. You have to have an awful lot of time. Here shows John Elway's touch on the ball. He dumps the ball right over Rady's head. Nice throw, nice catch. Now they're in business.
Vance Johnson came into this game 425 yards receiving, and Elway's favorite receiver so far this year. Elway with a quick pop over the middle, in and out of the hands of Clarence Kay.
Nice read by Elway that time. You see he's disappointed in the throw. Would like to have that one back. He chose the right receiver, wide open in that zone. Just needs to make that throw. But as we keep saying, that's the play that John Elway has made the last 2 or 3 years. He's not making this year. And it's been for various reasons. Different receivers, the loss of their coaches, the zones. He's not a good zone-type quarterback. He would rather play against man-to-man.
Elway now 10 of 17, 131 yards on the day. On 2nd and 10 from the 38. Sewell going around the left side, and Marcus Cotton says, Good play by the rookie from Southern Cal. And and a loss of 6 on the play.
Well, if you're going to run those type things, the reverse, the trick plays, the gadget plays, you do them at a guy like this. You try to find where the rookie is and run them at him. Nice job of staying at home. That means staying in his area and watching for things like that. Nice job by the rookie.
You know what that was? That was a Cotton Club. Anytime Marcus Cotton,
the Cotton Club?
Anytime Marcus Cotton throws a guy for a loss, it's a Cotton Club, according to Marcus. 3rd and 16. And another penalty flag. It appears the Falcons were offside, and Elway goes long and complete and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Ricky Natil with a fine catch. Robert Moore was there, and Scott Case is arguing.
Can't throw it any better. You just cannot throw this ball any better. He gets the pass protection. There he is in the shotgun. Look at the pass protection. Plenty of time. Elway steps up. He's got a week to throw the ball.
That penalty is declined. The catch is awarded because he was pushed out of bounds.
They're saying that the momentum took him out. His momentum carried him out, so it's complete.
I think it's immaterial because Ricky Natil got both feet down in bounds anyway. Andre Bruce offside. That penalty declined. First down at the 15-yard line. And Elway beginning to rack up the yardage through the air.
Well, you know it's only a matter of time. You're not going to stop him forever. You can't hold him down. He's going to get his sooner or later. When he gets all of his players, he's tough.
Double tight end, Mobley in motion. Winder alone back behind Elway. The pitch for Winder and the give to Vance Johnson. Elway throwing a block out in front, and all of that will net maybe a yard. We'll call it a gain of 1 and 2nd and 9. You don't see too many of those high-priced quarterbacks out there throwing blocks, except maybe you and John Elway.
Yeah, well, all quarterbacks are real physical people, real good blockers, and you try to use them to block as much as you possibly can, but I think throwing would probably be his strength.
But most quarterbacks would fall into that category. 2nd and 9, 11:20 to play, first half. And again, Winder alone back behind Elway. Elway looks to his left, slant pattern, touchdown, Mark Jackson. Gone 4 weeks with a broken collarbone. Mark Jackson comes back with a bang.
Well, you got to get somebody in Elway's face. They don't do that. Watch, he stands back there. They've got the defense pinned on the line. And when you let him stand back there and you let a guy like Mark Jackson run in those throwing lanes, and you take that strong arm and throw that strike, you're going to ring the meter occasionally.
Carlos, 11 for 11 on point afters this year. Now 12 for 12. 11 minutes, 12 seconds to play first half, and the Broncos draw first blood. It's 7-0 Denver. He threw a bullet.
Oh.
I mean, the coverage by Case was not bad.
No, he just threw a strike.
He's the one they said they thought they could throw on, right?
Yeah. That's the guy that they were going to work on. Are we seeing that again?
Mm-hmm. Hey! The summary, then the score and the clock, right? Where's the wide shot come in? Steph, where's the wide shot come in? With the game summary over this. Whatever. Whatever. 11 minutes, 12 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Denver has grabbed a 7-0 lead on the Atlanta Falcons. Taking the ball 81 yards in 9 plays, and Elway 14 yards to Mark Jackson for the touchdown.
Well, the time of possession goes hand in hand with the yards. They've almost doubled the time of possession, and you give John Elway the ball long enough, and then you get a guy like Mark Jackson, you see right there, you get him back in the game, put the ball in Elway's hands an awful lot, he's going to do some damage.
Mark Jackson out of Chicago, Illinois. And Rich Carlos set to kick it away. Back to receive, Gene Lang and Michael Haynes. And 41, Tim Gordon. And Gordon will hold it in the end zone. And a pretty good boot by Carlos with the win. That's how the Broncos did it. 81 yards in just 3.5 minutes. A couple of long gainers by Elway.
They can do it in a hurry.
And I realize we just got to town, Kenny. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with Elway's passing to us.
Throwing the ball extremely well, and as long as he's patient, takes what the defense gives him, and uses his players the way that he needs to, and get all of them back like Jackson, he's going to be okay.
Dills will begin on the ground with Gene Lang. Lang through a hole on the right side, a gain of about 5 out to about the 25, where Walt Boyer made the stop, number 65.
Well, you know Gene Lang would like to play well. He spent an awful lot of time here in Denver and in this particular stadium playing with that team in orange out there, and you know that has to motivate him to come out. He wants to play well against his former teammates.
2nd and 5 now from the 25. Stacey Bailey in motion. The handoff is for Settle. Settle breaks it outside. First down yardage out to about the 35. Looks like a pickup of about 10. Right now, let's go to New York. Brent Musburger with an NFL Today report. Brent?
I let this get cold. Could I have some coffee?
Denver Broncos and their fans with an acute interest in what happens with the Seattle Seahawks. They come in trailing Seattle by a game in the AFC West. And on first down now at the 36, double tight end set up for the Atlanta Falcons, and Dills will throw out of it to the near side and short hops it to Settle.
Well, they're trying to get the ball in Settle's hands as much as they possibly can. Dills makes a bad throw there as a zone type and a man-to-man type coverage. They had Settle on Carl Mecklenburg, a matchup that you like. Just needs to make that completion. Need a better throw.
Dills readily admits that he's still trying to fit in with this Atlanta offense, having come in several weeks ago for Chris Miller.
Talked to him yesterday, and he said he's still getting acclimated to the moves, the receivers, his backs, the offensive line, and it's not easy when you come in off the street, so to speak, and playing with a new team.
Number 34, Tyrone Braxton, is a 5th defensive back in for the Broncos on 2nd and 10. To the far side, and Settle. Settle tries to sidestep his man, and he can't do it. That's Carl Mecklenburg. A gain of 1.
Well, they may have stole his dog a couple of weeks ago and broke his thumb, but he can still tackle.
Still play the game.
He still play football. Tough player. Played against him several times myself, and good all-around linebacker. Plays the pass well. He rushes the passer well, and a good run player. Just a good all-around leader of that defense.
I think maybe one of these weeks we ought to do a count as to just how many players you played against are still playing.
I made a billfold out of my helmet.
3rd and 9. And 4 wide receivers in for the Falcons from their own 37. The draw for Settle. Settle will come up short of first down yardage. Number 45, Steve Wilson, coming up to make the stop. And the punting unit comes onto the field for Atlanta. And the Swamp Fox looking for the key to a season that has gone pretty bad.
Injuries has really hurt his situation an awful lot. His young quarterback, Chris Miller, a great player in Gerald Riggs. He just had injury after injury that really hurt his chances.
Low snap from center. Donnelly gets it away and gets a good one away. Will Height at the 11 and buried at about the 12, maybe the 13-yard line. And that's where Denver will put it in play with 8:50 to play. Second quarter, the Broncos lead it 7-0. happened to the sun, Kenny? What happened to the sun?
Well, we asked him to turn that light out for a bit. Huh?
All right.
Yay, Alabama.
When do you want to do it?
Da,
Stand by the phone.
Go teach young. Send the yellow jackets to a watery grave, and if the band's not ready.
You want him to sing, play something that moves.
Lampley sang last year, and the red phone rang off the hook. No singing. Nay, nay.
In your open, Kenny, when you mentioned all the things about Elway, did you mention Shanahan?
I mentioned the loss of coaches.
Okay.
I didn't particularly that Shannon. If you want to get into it.
I was thinking we get a moment, like
Let's
maybe
do it.
if he throws an incompletion, we might talk about that a little bit.
Okay. And they've got a.
Let's go. Let's bring it in.
From Mile High Stadium in Denver. Here in the second quarter, Denver leading the Atlanta Falcons by a score of 7-0 on a 14-yard touchdown pass, John Elway to Mark Jackson. And the Broncos have the ball now 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line, and they come off the sidelines with 2 tight ends and Sammy Winder in the backfield. Elway to the far side and guns it for Natil. John Elway told us yesterday he felt they could throw at Scott Case, and he's doing just that.
Well, you see, it's a little play. Fake the toss. See him fake the toss back there. Then he's got a personal protector out there in Keith Carts. There he is, number 72. Receiver pushes off the defensive back, and then he just throws a frozen rope out there right between the 8 and the 4 for the first down.
Scott Case, number 25, working on a sore ankle. In fact, there are lots of nicks and bruises in this Atlanta secondary. Butler with a sore hamstring. Robert Moore, a pulled groin. Ankle troubles for Brett Clark. Here comes Dorsett. Dorsett breaking a tackle out over the 35 and out of bounds across the 36. Tony Casillas, the nose tackle, coming over to finally push him out.
Tony Dorsett has not lost very much. We talked to Craig Morton yesterday, who is doing some coaching for the Broncos. He said the same thing. Dorsett brings just about everything he's ever had to this team. Dan Reeves said the same thing. Here it is right now. Here obviously he can still run with the football. Look at this.
We aren't ready to challenge him for a match race quite yet.
No.
Pickup of 7 on the play for Dorsett. 2nd and 3. Denver now out to the 36.5-yard line. Straight ahead. Dorsett. Four-yard pickup is enough for the first down. You know, you talked about how happy Dorsett is to be here. The Denver fans are ecstatic to have him.
I think so. I think they enjoy him. He's been a welcome addition to the team. I know his teammates like him. He does an awful lot of media work around town and has been accepted real well here in Denver.
Went by Jim Brown in the statistics that you just saw not too long ago, but couldn't be very happy about it because they lost that particular game.
Type of team player that he is. He wasn't worried about personal records. He just wants to win.
Elway will throw on first down. Lots of time. Going long for Jackson. Bobby Butler and Brett Clark shadowing Jackson down the sideline.
Well, John yesterday said they thought they could get deep on these people, and you see right now Jackson has got Butler beat by a couple of steps, and John just overthrows him. They're going to try to get deep on both corners. I think Scott Case has been the player that most people have been picking on in the Atlanta Falcons secondary. Bobby Butler probably the best cover man that the Falcons have.
John Elway, 191 yards throwing, and we still have 7:09 to play here in the first half. Double tight end now on 2nd and 10. Elway with the screen. overthrows Sammy Winder. You know, we talked about Elway's problems so far this year, and you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Kenny, about departed coaches. He was very close to Mike Shanahan, who's now the head coach in Los Angeles for the Raiders, and Mike Shanahan took a couple of guys with him, too.
Yeah, you bet. And missed him more as a friend than he did as actually his coach. He was somebody that he could talk to about whatever problems he might have, whether it be an injury or whether it be the offensive line or whatever. And he misses him just to have somebody to talk to.
Sam Grady, number 83, is a wide receiver in. He is flanked to the near side. Elway under the gun, escapes one, can't escape another. 77, Rick Bryan, in on him, and he had plenty of help. Loss of 12 on the play.
Well, there it is out of the shotgun, and you see Green trying to put the pressure from the outside, force him up in the middle, but Bryan, you see, putting the heat on, and there comes number 99 from the outside making the play.
Tim Green, who was just activated, just off the IR list.
There's Craig Morton, and he's kind of taken Shanahan's place as the guy that John Elway will come off. You see John standing right in front of him right there. He'll come off, and Greg stands there, and if he wants to, Greg stands there, and if he wants to talk about whatever phase of the game, whether it's defense, offense, receivers, whatever.
Lou Barnes across the 30. Good return for Barnes up near the 35-yard line. Brought down by 55, Rick Dennison. So Atlanta will put it in play at their own 35 when we come back. 6:37 to play in the second quarter. Denver by 7. Near disaster in the booth. What? Janice almost spilled my drink. Slice.
There's just no room to dance up here.
On CBS Sport. Quarterbacks Elway and Kubiak look on as Steve Dills begins from his own 35. The pitch for Settle. Settle got about 7 yards and hit hard out of bounds. Steve Wilson came up to make the hit, and I think probably got hit the hardest.
You bet. That's the thing that those defensive backs like to do least, is to take on those guards and to take on those guys that weigh about 20 or 30 pounds more than them. Watch John Settle right here, and here comes a little guy come up, going to hit him right between the 4 and the 4 right there. And I think you have to say John Settle wins that award.
The meeting of the helmets on the near sideline. Pickup of 7.
Nixon paint.
2nd and 3. Settle joined by Gene Lang in the backfield. Here's Lang. Lang's got a first down and then some. Bursting through the right side out near midfield. It's a first down for Atlanta. We'll call it a pickup of 7.
Nice job of Gene Lang behind Bill Frelick and Houston Hoover, the right side of the Atlanta Falcons offensive line, and that's what they have to do. They've got to mix in the run so that they can play pass a little bit and be very mixed on offense. They've got to spread the ball around a lot in order for them to be effective.
Only the 4th first down of the game for the Falcons. Bailey in motion. They keep it on the ground. Settle straight ahead. Cross midfield and into Denver territory. Greg Cragen, Carl Mecklenburg on the stop. Gain of 2 will make it 2nd and 8. You know, more than one Denver Bronco told us that they are very aware that these Atlanta Falcons went up to San Francisco and knocked off the 49ers in week 3 this year.
Absolutely. Also in their game, they played the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. They probably should have won that game, and they're a much better team than people give them credit for. Injuries have just riddled their team. They lost their fine young quarterback and, of course, Joe Riggs.
Defensively, the Falcons talk about it. Offensively, 2nd and 7 from the 48. Dills, play action. And hit from behind, loses the football, and the Falcons recover. Center Wayne Radloff recovering the loose football, the fumble forced by Simon Fletcher.
Well, that's that Cougar-type defense that we talked about earlier. Simon Fletcher, a linebacker, gets down and rushes the passer. There he is on the outside, number 73. He gets down in a pass-rushing type stunt as a linebacker, and then they bring in a defensive back to play in a linebacker position. They call that their Cougar defense to put heat on the quarterback, and it works well there.
At 6'5", 240, it makes him big enough to play that defensive line position for a play or two.
Same thing right here, Greg. Very same thing.
3rd and 9. From the outside, Dills ducks away from the rush and throws and complete. Michael Haynes has the first down at about the 35 of the Denver Broncos. Steve Wilson was the man who had the chance for the sack and missed it. A pickup of 16.
Great job by Dills of ducking under the pressure right here. Watch this. And throws a strike out there, and Mike Harden, number 31, right there, goes for the interception or goes for the tip, misses it, and gives him an opportunity to get down in there in good field position.
Michael Haynes, the rookie out of Northern Arizona, with his second catch of the day, and he has given the Falcons a first down now, just inside the Denver 35. Gene Lang in motion. Dills to throw. Far side. And Lang is hit almost immediately by Simon Fletcher. Gain of about 1.
Well, that shows you the versatility of Simon Fletcher. They line him up in that Cougar defense and bring him to the quarterback. When he's not in a down position, then he'll play pass defense as he does right here out on the sideline. There's Brooks, number 56, coming in. He gets welcomed in there by Mike Ken, number 78, and that makes for a long day.
Big Mike Ken, the veteran of that front line, 11th year out of Michigan. 2nd and 9. Wisenhunt in motion. Dills with time, and he's got a man about the 25, inside the 25, and that's Floyd Dixon. That'll be enough for an Atlanta first down.
Well, he gets the good pass protection, and when he gets pass protection, he's got a good arm. Throws the ball, holds all kind of passing records at Stanford, and he throws the ball exactly where he had to that time on the outside, and very nice throw.
Pickup of 11 on the play.
Marion Campbell, defensive specialist, coached 3 number 1 defensive units in his career.
And the Falcons moving the football the best that they have all afternoon. 3:15 to play first half. Bailey in motion. They'll keep it on the ground with Settle. Good block on the inside. Settle cuts it back across the 15, down to about the 12. And that looks like it'll be enough for still another Falcon first down. Mike Harden coming up to make the tackle.
Well, here's the hole. You're going to see it on the right-hand side of your screen behind Jamie Dukes and Mike Ken. A nice cut right here. Watch number 44 cut it back right there. Cuts it back right there. Nice job, first down.
John Settle played 44 football games at Appalachian State, scored 44 touchdowns. Double tight end, first down at the Denver 12. Lang cuts it back across the 10 and down to about the 8, maybe the 7-yard line. Rick Dennison, 55, and Harden coming up from his safety spot. And the Atlanta offense inside the 20 so far this season has been at about the midway point.
Yeah, about the midway point. They do fairly well when they get down there. Their problem is they just haven't been down there enough. They're doing a nice job of running the football. They're not doing anything fancy, Greg. They're just lining up and going right at them. With their right on the right-hand side of that line with Freilich and Hoover and Scully and Ken on the left side. Nothing fancy.
Whistle blows on the field. 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. Atlanta going for the tie. It's Denver 7, Falcons nothing. We'll be back to Mile High Stadium after this. Back in Denver, 2 minutes to play here in the first half. The Broncos, surprisingly, 7-0 leaders, and I guess surprisingly because I know the home fans here expected Denver to be way on top of the Falcons at this point, but Atlanta's played well.
They have played well. They played well defensively. They stopped them except one series they didn't, but they played well on offense, especially running the football.
2nd and 6 from the Denver 8. Run it again with Gene Lang, and Lang across the 5-yard line before a whole lot of orange meets him and pushes him back. We'll call it a pickup of 3. Simon Fletcher, one of the leading tacklers, along with Greg Cragen.
Well, Cragen does a nice job of plugging up the middle. He's a nose tackle, and if you're going to get anything on the ground, if you're going to run the football, the first thing you have to be able to do is control the nose tackle.
It'll be 3rd and 3. The ball at the 4. And Tyrone Braxton is a fifth defensive back in.
4 wide receivers.
Settle, the lone back, and he gets the football straight ahead, and he's close to a first down.
I think he got it. I'm wearing the striped shirt again. Why don't we measure it? Here it is right here. What they did, Greg, is they came out with 4 wide receivers, gave him a passing type formation to try to spread the defense as much as possible, and then try to pop John Settle in there.
It is a first down, 1st and goal for the Atlanta Falcons. And the clock continues to run now with 55 seconds to play here in the first half. And the ground game has been doing wonders for the Falcons. This is Settle. Settle bogged down at about the 2.
I think they're going to get a timeout here. Well, they brought in their designated short yardage people, 2 tight ends, and here it is, nothing special, just one-on-one man blocking and let Settle try to hit the ball in there. Nice job by the Bronco defense. 55, Rick Dennison, and a whole host of them. There you are, playing middle linebacker. Look at Dennison, right there. Now,
look at the man with wings, Carl.
Mecklenburg. He's still mad. Somebody stole my dog, I'd be mad too.
Count me into that. Clock stopped now with 39 seconds to play. And on the sideline, the young quarterback of the future for the Atlanta Falcons, Chris Miller. In fact, he was doing a good job of being the quarterback of the present until he was hurt at Dallas a few weeks ago.
Doing a great job. They really rallied around him well, and he is the quarterback of the future there.
Into the lineup now for Atlanta is number 47, Rick Badanek, the second-year back out of Maryland. Ostensibly a little more blocking for John Settle.
Exactly.
Falcons have come 64 yards. 2nd and goal with 39 seconds to play. Settle up high, touchdown. Behind Wayne Radloff and all-pro right guard Bill Fraley.
You bet. The lead blocker, as you said, for more blocking, they bring in Badanek, a little heavier, a little stronger. There he is, 47. He's going to be leading Settle up and over the top and breaks the plane. Nice job of running the ball this series by the Falcons. Another angle of it, if you're playing middle linebacker, here's what you have to deal with. A whole lot of bodies flying around in there. Touchdown.
Greg Davis in for the point after. And it's good. 35 seconds to play. Atlanta pulls into a tie. And they're looking at the second half kickoff, too. It's 7-7. Touchdown of the year. And the Atlanta Falcons pull into a 7-7 tie with Denver.
Little guy right there stepped right into Gerald Riggs' shoes and has done just a great job of carrying this team on the ground. And in the air, too. He's a good pass receiver, like a big Joe Morris. A little bit heavier than Joe Morris, a little bit taller than Joe Morris, but a good all-around back.
Came into this game leading the Falcons in receptions with 20 of them so far this year, and he's added to that total this afternoon. Number 5, Greg Davis, getting set to kick it away. And back to receive for Denver, 35, Ken Bell, 84, Ricky Nattiel. This is Bell, who will sit on it in the end zone. So Elway and company will put it in play from their own 20-yard line. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, Brent Musburger and Dick Butkus with all the scores and highlights. And Brent will be talking with Oakland A's first baseman Mark McGwire, one of the sluggers of the Oakland A's, as they prepare to meet the Dodgers in Game 2 of the World Series tonight. Ever see the forearms on Mark McGwire?
Woo!
Could be a linebacker.
Jose Canseco is no wimp either.
No, he is. Clarence Kay and Orson Mobley, double tight ends. We'll see what John Elway does with 35 seconds on the clock. Winder and Dorsett in the I formation behind him. This will be Dorsett.
Well, it looks like they're just going to let it run, Greg, and go in with a 7-7 tie, not take any chances back there. And it's not a real popular decision, but armchair quarterbacks are part of the game.
Just a little disagreement, a little difference of opinion down on the field, and nothing much comes of that. And that'll be the last play of the first half. Dan Reeves has to be wondering about it. Marion Campbell must be ecstatic.
They have to be happy with their playing. As long as they can keep the game this way, Johnny Oway, if you can keep him a little bit frustrated, he's played extremely well. Their problem has been on defense, Greg. They're giving up too many yards on the ground.
End of the first half, it's all even. Atlanta 7 and Denver 7. Kenny and I are just talking about what we're going to do. Is this going to be on camera? Is this going to be on camera? Well, when were you going to tell us?
Atlanta defense and also Atlanta's offense, because they're doing so well on the ground, has kept Elway over here on the side. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both.
All right.
That and the ball control.
It's been a kind of